Good evening, I'm Mickey Six with Seasons of the Underground, and tonight we have a very special treat. We're here with Justin, Valdez, y los Guapos.
Yeah! Ow!
You guys wouldn't mind? Start with your names, your rank, serial numbers.
What? Justin Valdez, guitar and vocals.
Richard Verdugo, keyboards, background vocals.
Adam Block, bass.
Manny Morales, drums.
Phil Koviak, timbales.
Joe Cruz, congas.
What's a timbale?
Something you eat. No.
That
That's a high-pitched drum. High-pitched drum.
Alright. So you got the drummer, and the drummer essentially.
Well,
There's one big rhythm section.
on the record, on the full length, there's also another guy.
Really?
Joel Dunst. Yeah. He did Shakers, Vibra Slab, Nero, a bunch of other stuff. But,
That's crazy.
well, these are the two drums with the cowbell.
Oh, the mariachi drums, the cumbia drums.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's cool. So we just reviewed your guys' 3-song EP,
Yes.
which was amazing, by the way.
Thank you.
Several vocals. No, it was really good. It was some of the. I mean, honestly, I was blown away. I mean, I've known him for goddamn going on 30 years almost. Oh, 20 years, 25
Is it
years?
the style of music that just a change?
Not only that, but since I've known him since we were adults,
All kinds of
he's been doing rockabilly with Let's Call Bras and whatnot. So I expected a more rock and roll vibe, rock and roll tone. Which, not saying it isn't rock and roll, but it's more of the Chicano rock movement from the 70s, the Chicano War, Freddie Fender, which I know you're a big fan of. So who are some of your guys' influences outside of those set bands? Like, you guys have certain people that you look up to as far as musicians?
My guy, since I was 14, I went to go see Santana and Raul Reco, the percussionist. I mean, that guy was my inspiration. Even till this day, he's still my inspiration. So Raul Reco from Santana is my inspiration.
Mine would have to be CT, that Chester Thompson from Santana.
Nice.
He also played with Tower Power, but man, that guy's just like unreal. And plus, I also grew up listening to a lot of jazz, man. David Sanborn.
Oh, nice.
But more Latin influence, man. I like a lot of War, Malo, Chicano, that kind of stuff. That's what my love is, man. Latin.
That's good. Yeah, that's cool, man. You can hear it. And you guys have influences that you would play with?
Basically, I've always played Tex-Mex, so this is on YouTube.
Oh, it's just
Yeah, it's really new. It's different.
really upbeat, really fuerte, really hot, man. I was really impressed. What about you two? Do you guys have influences you want to throw in there?
Well, the influences for me are very wide spectrum. When I was really young, I started learning how to read music with the trumpet.
Oh, wow.
And I picked up the guitar in high school. But bands like Led Zeppelin.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
The 60s and 70s music that came out of those decades, I think are very much under my skin. But I like to listen to a wide spectrum of music. And, for me, the Latin type feel is fun to play. And I know the Santana thread is big with these guys.
Yeah.
And he's a force. So I feel that too, and it's fun.
Yeah. You?
Me, I grew up listening to Latin rock. I'm sorry, I didn't listen to any rock. I knew that Led Zeppelin and all these guys were out there, but I really never. My heart was into Latin rock, Santana. I grew up with a bunch of Puerto Ricans, and they showed me all kinds of Latin moves.
Puerto Ricans are known for the music.
My friend had a big giant box of records of nothing but all the Fania All-Stars and all. I would just listen to them over and over and practice to them, and I grew up just Latin rock, man.
Very
totally,
nice.
you know, and I'm still there, you know.
And you know, realistically, the whole Latin rock is new for me.
Yeah.
Because, you know, coming from a punk rock and rockabilly background, when wanting to do something different, I was more along the lines of Tex-Mex and Freddie Fender.
Right.
And when I first met Joe, and we had a couple jams, just I was playing an acoustic guitar and he was on congas. You know, we were just seeing where it goes. But you know, even then, like I was thinking this was going to be like a Tex-Mex band. That's like what originally was forming. We were thinking that's
what I thought.
And then, you know, as everyone started filling in, it's not Tex-Mex at all.
I really expected like rockabilly Tex-Mex. Like Freddie Fender is more than the rockabilly, more like on the like Freddie Fender meets Elvis. I expected it, and then when I heard the CD, like the first song, She Says No, has a real Freddie Fender feel to it. But the other
When you
two,
say Freddie Fender, like what? You're talking like Oop Oop Doo, like
like your
the
guitar
soul
stuff,
stuff?
like, yeah, like you're just like like what's that song that real famous one when the teardrops
When the next teardrop falls?
Yeah, that's how it kind of reminded me a lot of that. Like, just the whole vibe of that first song. But then you get into Tortilla Shaker.
Twist.
Tortilla Maker Twist, yeah. And that one just, boom, it hits you like, dude, like I said, I was transported back, dude, into my freaking 64, cruising, dude, pumping that. You know, like, I mean, I'm all. But that's how good it was. I mean, it takes a powerful sound to transport you back to a certain time in your life that you haven't visited in so long. And like, I mean, I could smell the oil coming off the manifold. I can feel the air, the cool air. This is in the wintertime, in my car jacket. And like, no.
Not Repark? Venmo?
No. It's better than 6, man. Kennedy? I'm at the car.
Talking about Kennedy Park, Randolph Park, all the cruisers.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said Repark.
So how would you guys describe your music as? I know I classified it as Chicano rock, but what do you guys consider yourselves as far as if you were to be played on air or whatever?
I think each song, like I could take a song and say like, yeah, that's Chicano rock, that's Latin rock. And then the next song, I'm like, well, that's kind of more along these lines. As far as a generic, coat to put over it, I'm still not sure of a title or a.
I don't think you guys really need one. So you're still so unique.
It's such a pool and a melting pot of so many different styles and influences because, like, a lot of these guys, Santana has been their biggest influence. Yet, as for me, I've barely heard, other than what's on, KLPX. Yeah, that's as much as I know of Santana. So I think that clash right there of me not knowing, but you knowing something, and then me knowing stuff that you don't know.
Well,
I mean,
that's what I was going to say. It's kind of the same thing for us because everything that you heard and were influenced by, it's like all new to us. So it's the same thing for us. We're like, it's all new. Everything that Justin was influenced by, it's like so new to us.
Exactly. And this is the thing, it's like, when I was trying to get Richard into the band, he goes, well, I don't have a keyboard. I go, you know what? I have a keyboard you can use. He goes, you know what, Joe? I know about this music. I go, Richard, let's do something with this, man. Let's check it out. Let's see if we can go with it. It's new to me too. I heard Justin, when I was researching him, when I was thinking about calling him on Craigslist, I'm like, wow. When I'm looking for a percussionist, I'll call him and see, maybe we can do something.
Yeah.
And he said, yeah, be yourself, man. Let's check it out.
As we say, Joe said, he said, yeah, I don't know if this is going to even fit,
Yeah.
but hey, this is what I do.
Yeah.
And yeah, so let's get together.
Cool.
And it's totally different. You're all playing at the same time, doing something at the same time, but you're trying to create something that is sort of like the sum of all parts. And it's not really what you're trying to do, but it's what everybody's trying to do.
I mean, it's such a diverse mix of instruments and I don't want to say styles, but like you got the congas, what is it? Tambilos?
Timbales.
Timbalas, the drums, the bass, the keyboards, the guitar, like and all that. I mean, historically that all meshes together, but historically 7 dudes in the same room playing 7 different instruments is kind of like.
I'll tell you
shit,
what you gotta. I mean, you have to have. There has to be a certain level of musicianship.
Yeah, I agree.
You know, and I need to be able to say, especially, you know, Richard and Adam. It's, you know, we're in a key. Percussion, that's a whole different thing. That's whether, you know, something's off or whatever. But as far as, you know, when it comes to the songs, it's really, you know, like Tortilla Maker Twist. Richard, you know, he came to the table with it and was like, you know, hey, D minor, C. So we're all able to start jamming on a D minor and a C and see where it's going. You know, before the band was full, we had a guy come out and he was going to be a bass player, and he was like, well, show me where you want. And,
So you guys just like.
I need to say, you know, key of A.
So you guys just let your fingers to the water, so to speak.
You gotta have some kind of musicianship.
You gotta know music theory. You gotta
that's pretty
know
cool.
keys and the progressions. And
So there isn't, I guess, for a better word, lack of a better word, a conductor. So you're not going like, okay, guys, it's A, B, C, key minor, D, or whatever, and then.
Yeah, if you had to do that, it would definitely not be any fun.
Yeah.
'Cause it's no fun trying to teach somebody while we're trying to make something. You know, it's like,
Cool. So you guys just all bring what you got to the table, and throw it on the table, and mix it up, and then voila, you got it.
Exactly. That's why, you know,
That's awesome.
that's why our CD with 15 songs in it went so fast. These guys, man, I mean, they're masters. I mean, us three, I'm just telling them, stay on it, man. Now we're percussion. We don't know what the hell that is. But, you know, but these guys, oh my God, these guys are like E or A. We're like, wow, but they get it so fast.
Right.
Oh, and they're done. We move on.
That's awesome.
They're badass.
well, that's what I would like to. Yeah, I mean, definitely to do 15 songs, to have them in, you know, different styles and everything, like we'll hear in the there's definitely got to be that level of musicianship where people know the theory of progressions and everything.
It's like a art form.
Well, and I was saying, you know, I was telling Adam before you got here that he used to have to tune my guitar for me. Yeah, I don't even know how to tune a guitar.
wow.
We played a show one time, and I handed him the guitar because it's out of tune too for me. He already tuned it, and he gave it back.
That's crazy.
So it's come a long way from.
Yeah, he used to know like 3 chords, and they were bad. I didn't see him for a long time, and then one day I met up. I don't know, remember how we met up? He was in the garage. He had his hair all big, and all this looking at one of the funny, the band, you know the rockabilly man, and he's all like, you took us off, and I was like, wow, what happened? And then,
Hey, dude, check this out.
I mean, he was smoking, dude. I was like, damn, what? Take glasses or was it? No, it's cool. It's go a long way since I've known him, like a while. And I gotta say, I'm proud of the kid. You guys just opened for the legendary Dick Dale. How was that?
That was great. It was
Great.
awesome.
That's great. And you know, the weekend before that, we opened up for the Reverend Martin Heat at the Rialto.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah, it was a sold out show.
Wow.
Great.
Great.
So who was the better of the two?
Reverend Horner.
Yeah, I was.
Well, just the venue.
Oh, okay.
You know,
We played the Rialto.
Come on, I mean, Dick Dale, man. Wow, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Deal with that.
But the Rialto was such a nice place to play.
Big on
Big stage,
Got a
Huge.
soundtrack.
got a nice soundtrack.
So we just, if you go to CStreetNightRuns.com, you will see the Justin Valdez y los Guapos 3-song EP review. But I have in my possession right now the full length.
Yeah.
Right?
It's all 15.
And they can't be pirated, sorry readers, sorry watchers. So what can we expect to hear from this? A lot of more.
Well, you heard the 3 songs,
Uh-huh.
and I'm pretty sure there's a contrast between each song.
You know,
So pretty much a continuation of it. And I'm pretty sure the way that the whole CD's laid out, from start to finish, it's pretty much an experience.
nice.
When I listen to the album from start to finish, I picture, like you said, 70s Latin bands with vinyl, with the CD jacket and lots of artwork, and you pop it on from the start and you play it all the way through.
Is it anything like your what was your first CD called?
Do 7 Offsuit. Yeah.
So, is it anything like that?
No, completely different. There's
Two.
2 songs from there on there that we redid.
Nice.
We redid Beamed It for 2 and In the Van.
Oh, I love the band. That's my favorite song, man.
Yeah.
Yep. But it's, you know what, even those ones, they're revamped. They sound nothing like the Do 7 Offsuit version, but
That's great.
yeah, all the other ones are brand new and they're all original. And yeah.
So, when is that album going to be available to the public?
We're having the CD release show right here, Friday, May 30th.
May 30th, okay.
San Cordelio is opening
Oh,
up.
cool. How much does it get in?
$5.
CD.
$10.
And you get the CD online?
Yes, you can pre-order on Bandcamp, and it'll be shipped to your door. You can get it before the CD release, and we'll all sign it before we ship it to you.
Like it one time?
We'll give you the real one. That's a promo for now.
Wow, look at that. Wow. How's its perks?
You heard it
So,
here
as far so you got May 30th coming out. Do you have anything else before that coming out? People can check you out.
No, just getting ready for that, promoting it. Unless the Rialto calls for
Their big ass.
Los Lobos on the 25th.
Wow, that'd be cool.
Maybe.
You've taken a turn up for the better. And like I said, the music's great and everything. So how much further are you guys gonna go here in town? You've already done Freddie Fender. I mean, I'm sorry. You've already done Big Dale and the Reverend. You know, I mean, you can only skyrocket so far in town. I mean, not that you're gonna meet that burnout. Don't get me wrong. 'Cause I really think it's have that hit factor to go. So what's next for Los Guapos? I guess let's boil down to what's next for Los Guapos.
Well,
The short version.
First up is the CD release.
Yeah.
You know, May 30th. You know, a lot of bands, they'll play out for years before they'll get a recording. And, you know, I wanted to definitely, we had the songs, get in there. Might as well get the CD release. It's going to open up more doors by having an actual album out. But, you know, we haven't even, as a band, we haven't even been together a full year. So we're going to have an album release. So it's a very new act, have a product, and we'll have it around town, you know, Toxic and everywhere and at the shows. But yeah, I mean, to be on, you know, Congress's and Rialto's Rolodex is a cool
great.
place to be, so who knows what's next. But
How did you guys come about as the group? I mean, there's 7 of you guys. That's a lot of people. Great.
well, yeah.
All Craigslist, really?
Well, actually, I decided I wanted to, you know, after do 7 to do it for real, like play it out. So I had all those songs up online and on Craigslist. Joe was the first to respond, and I jammed with Joe a couple times and some other people from Facebook that wanted to jam and try it out. And so then this one time, after maybe the second time we jammed, Joe said, I know a keyboard player, and he brought Richard. I was like, yeah, bring him. Richard called me, and it was the 3 of us, just the 3 of us, and then
We got Manny.
well, before Manny, we were trying bass players out and just trying other people. We had Manny, then Adam, then Phil, and Richard, Phil, and Manny all came from Joe.
Oh, right.
Joe.
Yeah. We were in a town band, but I knew Joe from
Yeah, me and Richard played that rock band way back in the
That was my
late
next
90s.
question, actually. If you
Primo
guys-
was the name.
What was it called?
Primo.
Primo?
Yeah, the best.
Oh,
the
Primo?
Latin rock. Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys all have, I mean, obviously you have
And
background.
then Adam
Oh, yeah.
was a referral from Jamie from the Modines.
Nice.
I put a Facebook post saying looking for a bass player, anyone know anyone? And he was like, "It's Chris." He was like, yeah, I know, and then that's what happened. Anyway,
It's a small town.
That's cool. So since we're on YouTube doing Primo, did you guys have other band experiences, like either in the Chicano rock or actually just any band experience at all? Like,
Oh, we've all played, man.
yeah. kind of a
Band
dope
experience, yes. Latin experience, I played with a guitarist, flamenco guitarist,
Oh, wow.
Aaron Gilmartin. He's in LA right now, doing really well. Actually, you should check out his stuff, Aaron Gilmartin. And I helped him record an album. And he does a lot of flamenco. Shoot, I'm losing my mind here.
It's the light.
Different Latin styles. He's
Right,
well versed, and so that actually got me up to speed with a lot of the different rhythms, tumbao rhythms, stuff like that.
You guys were band experience before also?
Like I said, I've been playing with Tex-Mex.
Nice.
So then I try to use the Tex-Mex experience and put it into this.
Yeah.
You know, so you know,
It all sounds so good.
It's working.
It is working awesome. I can't. I mean, that's a sound like. I mean, I'm particular about what I listen to. You know what I mean? Like, I like what I like, and a lot of people call me sour because I don't like this, I don't like that. You know, but I mean, there's sometimes it's good line. Wakes you up, you're like, oh, this is what you do. I'm like, holy shit.
And he's always told me what I'm doing, if he likes it or hates it.
That's awesome.
And this is the first thing he's liked. And,
when you like compared our sound to like War and El Chicano, I was like, wow, that said a lot to me.
The Eric Burdon era War
Yeah.
is definitely an influence as far as that. Just the total stoned out, you know.
Twangy, kick-ass
Yeah.
guitar sound.
But definitely when it comes to War, I'd definitely say the Eric Burdon era.
Yeah.
So, are you guys one of the only Latino rock, Chicano rock bands in town? Or is there other bands like you guys?
I don't think there's anybody like this.
I don't think there's anyone like
Yeah,
this.
not like that.
Yeah. You know, the other person who can make it is Dave. He's the deacon.
Right.
You saw the video, right?
I have to.
On this, he just like his backups. He does the hype introduction.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he gets the crowd going that I think. You know, he just like gets us pumped up too.
I mean, if there's anybody out there that thinks that there's bands that really fit well with this, I personally love to know about it.
Yeah.
Part of the reason getting out there is to play with different bands and just to get people out to hear it.
Right.
And if it's us and some other type of band, we hear it. But if there's a real crowd out there that likes this type of music, they probably know of bands that we don't.
Right.
And we love to play
Yeah.
with them.
Right.
So, would you guys limit yourself to playing with strictly? And I use the term loosely, the rock bands, and quotation marks. Would you guys play with punk bands? Would you guys play with metal bands? Like a showcase or something?
Well, I mean, I think that there's a spectrum with this type of sound that you can reach. I think we could play a quiet patio. Honestly, and turn the volume down, and people would dig it. I think we could play a place like this and turn the volume up, and people would dig it. There's a real raw sound to it. But I mean, at the heart of like what we're playing, you can kind of lean to one side or the other.
Right. Yeah, definitely.
I don't know if that.
Yeah, no. As far as like, and it'd be cool to play on a pad. Yeah. Just really work on dynamics and have that dynamic show. Just like it's fun to turn
Maybe
it up.
not as fun.
And rock out. But as far as bands, I mean, anyone who we played with, we played out maybe a very small handful of times. Again, a new band, but get the album out first. But any of the bands that we have played with, besides Red Marquis and Dick Dale, they've pretty much been our own show where maybe just an opening band or something.
Do you have a local fair that you guys prefer to play with? I could play with? Not an actual like.
You know what? I don't even think we're not even there yet. We haven't played with the same band twice. We haven't played with another band and said like, hey, we should start doing some more shows again. But you know, like Snoopy and Max's band,
Yeah.
I thought they would be a great pick for the CD release. You know, a 6-piece ska band that's, you know, a lot along the lines of what, you know, what we're doing. But it's something different, but it's ska. But yet I think that would be a good mix, even though we're not the same sound at all. And usually that's how shows go. It's usually best when everyone sounds different.
As far as venues are concerned, do you have a favorite venue so far? Obviously the Rialto.
Yeah, I mean the Wench has always been a personal favorite of mine. It's been good to me, and kind of a go-to place. But I'd definitely say the Rialto was nice. If we could pick a place, you know, yeah.
But especially playing for sold out crowd.
Oh yeah, but that was amazing.
That was like,
I mean, just to see like when we're setting up and the crowd is like up against the stage.
That's
Before we even start playing, we're setting up and the crowd is like jam
and now
packed.
you see it's nothing.
And it's like,
Heads up
holy
there.
shit, man, that was like really cool.
That was awesome.
I mean,
Miners, you know?
I'd say, we're a little spoiled in that sense.
Yeah. Especially those patio gigs, huh?
But I mean, honestly, I think what makes a room fun to play in is the vibe that's happening that night.
Yeah.
So like if there was 10 people here, it might not be that fun, but if the whole place was packed, it'd be better than playing at the Rialto.
Yeah.
If there was 10 people.
Right.
Oh yeah,
That's true, that's a good point.
And you know, that's one thing I always told them. And I know you made a comment about it one time. I always try to play, and I'm pretty sure I always do play the same for 2 people as 200.
Yeah, because we had played at the Rock that night and there wasn't that many people there, man. And it was like really hard for me to get like, dang, it was like, I felt like, wow, man, it's like really bad here, man. It's like, people get the excitement level up. And he's like, nah, man, it don't matter if there's just 1 or 100, man. You gotta just go out there and kick ass every time, you know? And it's true, you know?
You never know who that one person is or how many people they're going to bring to the show next time.
How do I get a hold of you?
Well,
Where do we go?
we have, there's the Justin Valdez y Los Guapos Facebook. It's also on Bandcamp where you can pre-order the album. Also check out the EP. But
That's for signed copy, right?
Yes.
Pre-copies are signed?
Pre-orders are signed. But going back to our favorite online magazine, Seems from the Underground, it's cool that you contacted me about this interview, especially considering, you know, everything else is always a completely different style of music.
Well, you know, our saying is if it's underground, we'll dig that sound. You know? So you guys are definitely underground.
Cool.
Take it
Appreciate it. Travis, thank you.
So we got Bandcamp, Los Guapos. Go ahead.
Justin Valdez y Los Guapos on Bandcamp and also on Facebook.
Okay. You have an official website?
No, not yet. But you can get, you can order everything off of the Bandcamp.
Can they stream the music from your Bandcamp?
The
As
EP,
well? Okay.
the 3-song EP can be streamed.
Okay, cool. And just to clarify one more thing, you're having your CD release here on May 30th?
Right here, May 30th, essentially.
$5 to get in?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, guys.
Full length, 15th song. It's a full hour, exactly.
Wow.
1 hour.
60 minutes?
Exactly.
Is it 60 minutes and no seconds or?
Nothing.
Wow.
Straight up.
Did you guys do that on purpose? Like people flooding the Blizzard box?
Let's just say this.
We can never tell.
Let me just tell you this. This album syncs up with American Beat.
Hold on, man.
Hey, and just for the record, this recording was done by the nephew of the great Linda Ronstadt.
Oh,
Peter
wow.
Ronstadt.
Oh yeah.
No kidding.
Yes.
No, actually, Petey recorded it. He mixed. It was recorded at his studio. Petey Ronstadt recorded it. He mixed it. Did some producing on it, and he mastered it too.
Wow.
He really.
You guys should start volume.
Yeah, there we go.
That's awesome.
He really went above and beyond as far as all the sound engineers I've ever worked with. A lot of times they're just punching a clock and they're just, you know, what are we doing? He took it home. He listened to it at home. Yeah, he listened to it. He got the feel for it.
So is this a master copy or is this a raw copy?
That's master.
Nice.
It's just not, you know, full on with the pop it in. And it'll match up as far as the sound quality to everything else that's on your iTunes.
Nice. That's awesome, man. Well, again, Justin Valdez and Los Guapos. We look forward to seeing what you guys come up with in the future. I'm really looking forward to this. The review will be up coincide with this interview, which should be up next week. You guys, we'll see you May 30th in person. Thank you. Thank you guys very much for having us. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Please buy our CDs, please.
Yes, pictures.
All right.